Mob Psycho 100 is peak. Mob Psycho 100 isn't just a story, it's an intricately crafted tale, a seamless fusion of artistry, storytelling prowess, and character evolution. That's why it's hard to come by. This anime in essence is a trifecta, a convergence of subtle nuances, creativity, and a deep exploration of anime's true potential. It doesn't just offer characters, it brings forth a mesmerizing plot and animation, leaving an indelible mark on every viewer. My thesis on this anime is that it is seen as a gag at times, due to the characters portraying themselves in a humorous way. But despite this, interestingly enough, the series integrates serious themes simultaneously to adjunct the humorous moments and really create this intrinsically simplistic but effective tone. Every small moment within the series compiles into a viewing experience worthwhile, and that's exactly what I'll be delving into today. But before I start, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it always helps out. Anyways, the story revolves around our main character Mob, a timid but optimistic young high school student. He had always had overpowered psychic powers, ever since he was young, and realized how he needed to use them responsibly. The story's main message is that you should expand different concepts in life instead of focusing directly on one thing. This is represented through Mob and his struggles in fitting in with society, as he proves no value besides having overpowered psychic powers. Mob's brother Ritsu, contrasting and juxtapositioning him completely, as he has no overpowered traits but is extremely well-rounded in every other aspect of life. The heart of Mob Psycho 100's thematic depth lies in Mob's serendipitous partnership with Reagan, an enigmatic con artist doubling as a self-proclaimed psychic mentor. This leads Mob into actually having somewhat of a purpose in life, allowing him to earn money while seemingly being helpful to someone he likes. These themes really synchronize with the values Mob holds as his boredom continues to consume him. He chooses to be different and suppress his powers even though he's self-aware that he could simply use them to do whatever he pleases. I personally think this aspect of Mob is quintessential to his overall relatability and development, as he wants to be a normal person but his circumstances always drag him back to the same situations with Reagan. I never thought I would say this, but Reagan is astoundingly knowledgeable about life, and teaches Mob through exemplary ways in order to guide him through life. Reagan really fleshes out some life lessons as he had to learn from his past mistakes, and is now expressing his knowledge to help Mob, which is a great teacher type character. Additionally, Reagan delivers and portrays himself comedically to make every time he's on screen exciting instead of boring. He just brings life to the show. At times it could get a little stale, which is why one of my favourite characters in Mob Psycho 100. I could go on perpetually about the many elaborately and well-designed characters of the show, aka the Muscle Club, After School Club, or Dimple, but that would extend the video time substantially. Instead, I'm going to talk about how the show really creates a comprehensive plotline that our characters follow. Mob being the most prolific Esper makes him a large target for many envious spirits and dangerous villains. That's why when Mob and Reagan perform the exorcisms, they always find trouble, because Mob is essentially a magnet to danger. Giving Mob a task or purpose to do something, in a sense, providing Mob with some sort of achievement when Reagan tells him that he did good. This dynamic with Mob and Reagan tie into the plot really nicely and serves to progress the show at a pleasing rate. Mob's desperation for normality and conventional living leads him to meeting new friends, and since Mob is a magnet to danger, he finds himself endangering most of the people he loves. This prospect is how the show creates danger for the characters, and it really makes the plot significantly better, as Mob has to develop and unleash his powers to protect his friends, but at the same time, make it so it doesn't fully give in to the temptations of his absolute psychic abilities. Everything works really well together in this anime, as it all synchronistically works together to achieve the best possible outcome. The setting of this anime really highlights its brilliance, as every scene is always done in a new environment, keeping a feeling of anticipation and hype constantly, really never letting up, whilst also interacting with the characters. For example, the broccoli tree and its significance to the story. Everything has its place to fit perfectly within the puzzle piece. However, what is another magnificent aspect of the setting is how it makes areas that Mob and his friends hang out in feel nostalgic in a way. In the anime, they animated it perfectly to capture the sense of power and fluidity that is portrayed, so it can enhance the experience even more. Along the way, you begin to understand and relate to the show even more, as you are immersed into the interesting aspects of these characters' stories, world, and animation. Mob's desperation for mediocrity gives this character a three-dimensional portrayal, as it symbolizes his desire to be normal and hang out with his friends. Beyond its storytelling and characters, Mob Psycho 100 stands out for its nuanced portrayal of human experience. It's not merely about psychic abilities, it's about the journey of self-discovery, navigating friendships, and the complexity of power and responsibility. Overall, this anime assimilates every device to use at its disposal in order to achieve its peak status. You can't simply understand as to why this anime deserves more praise, as it's a flawless portrayal unparalleled by any other show alike. So, for that very reasoning, Mob Psycho 100 cements itself as a must-watch series, and is possibly why Mob Psycho 100 is peak. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe and like button as always. Oh yeah, and don't forget to leave any suggestions in the comments below for next videos. Anyways,